Warning, this podcast contains graphic language. What's going on out there in the ministry? What's going on, McTow? What's going on in sales? What's going on out here on COP2? If this is your first time out here in this podcast, guess what? It's a fucking shit show. I'm right here in the Pacific Northwest, podcasting it up all across the world, literally. It's a small channel, but it travels with vibrant and stuff like that in the internet from the UK, New Zealand, Germany, you name it. You name it. I'm here and I'm about to do this thing. And this is your first time, so this is what I do. I talk a little bit about shit and stuff like that and good stuff. So let's start with the intro. See who's out there. Let's see, for heaven's sake. So enough further ado, let's start with the intro. And just bear with me. I'm dealing with old equipment and stuff like that. And here we go. I'm trying to keep it like very professional, but not really. So let's do this thing here. Just bear with me. The intro for 1 minute.
Motion make it work.
What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on? What's going on? What's cracking, lacking in the house? Welcome. Welcome. I know it's been a long time since I make videos or podcasts, but it's just one of those things, I'm a busy guy and I'm doing busy shit and stuff like that. And sometimes when I put these podcasts out here, it just I'm not too much in social media because I got my own thing that I do, right? So I do have a personal account with Facebook. And then in my area, the Facebook in my area, they put this organization, non-profit organization called Big Brothers and Big Sisters, right? And this has been going on for quite some time, And so it just dawned on me, right? Because they just put it out there on my feed, right? And I wrote a comment. I was like, I don't feel comfortable being a big brother to single moms. And they're strong, independent women, so they don't need my help. So I got a lot of laughed. I got a lot of hate. I got a lot of shit, right? And I don't. I do believe, and just listen with me, just bear with me, right? Because I'm a libertarian. I do believe in being voluntary work, be a mentor, be this, and stuff like that. Just do, I volunteer my time a couple years ago, just clean up in the highway with some groups and stuff like that. Just, doing stuff like that. Not the highway, my bad. The park. My apologies. The highway, those motherfuckers out there, they have to clean that shit. But the park and stuff like that, Shit like voluntarily is good, right? So I wrote a comment and I got laugh, and then I got other people writing shit. It's like, well, what about if they live with the grandma or they live with the granddad and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. And I'm not gonna knock the organization, what they do, right? Because the way I see this thing, if you want to volunteer your time, it's your time, right? It's your time. You can do great things and volunteer, do stuff how you want to do in spare time, And because the reason it dawned on me, to be honest, throughout the years having this small YouTube channel and stuff like that, I read literally thousands of men comments and replying. So what's going to be my legacy? And sometimes I did not understand the notion. What is my legacy? So I used to tell them, you're not a millionaire or a billionaire, so you don't have no legacy. But then it took me a few times to understand what they talking about, right? Meaning to having children and shit like that, right? That's their legacy, And trust me, these having children stuff is is way how you call these I can't even describe it. Especially with my case, I did not I did not volunteer for this shit. I did not sign up for it. I did not sign for it. It was happen. I'm just happen to be a crazy nut fucking bitches, and you know how bitches are. They take your DNA and stuff, and but I did not sign I did not sign up for it. I did not get married. I never got married and stuff like that. But I digress. I'm going off the hedge here. But back to these gentlemen, they used to say to me in the comments and stuff like that, what's going to be my legacy, and so on and so forth, right? And back then, this is like literally like 3 4 years ago. It's like if you want to experience a man with children or dealing with children, just go to Big Brothers and you can do volunteer and teach them how to ice skate or whatever, right? I wrote that back. If you want to have that experience, I say do that. Or you have a nephew, you have a niece, you have a cousin, a second cousin, a small child. Go take them out to the movies. Take them out this. Go do this experience thing, right? And then I used to tell them too. If you have a close family member, that's going to be the best experience that you can have as a man who can have a really relationship with your family member. But then again, my mind goes in different ways, right? Because I'm not knocking at the organization at all. If you want to volunteer, great, whatever. And then, because I look at this thing, right, in different scenarios, right? What about the grandma who's old and both of the parents are drugged out and shit and stuff like that? They could use a mentor or whatever, right? But then when it come down to my realization, even grandma, she's gonna be corrupt and polluted. Once these men show this child a good time, then grandma gonna say, hey, he need a wife. He need to have someone, right? Oh, he's a good man and stuff like that. That's just like I'm going back from old to single moms. So let's say hypothetical speaking, and that's what I'm talking about. A small scenario, okay? Because the big scenario is I'm going to give you the big scenario, right? So let's say hypothetical speaking, a small scenario is that you volunteer as a big brother, and the parents are dead and drugged up or locked up or whatever the fuck, and it's only grandma or grandpa, whatever, they old, they need this child to go out there in the park and stuff like that, experience life, and if you qualify and do this shit or whatever, right? That is like a very, very like small scenario. Okay? When I look at this Big Brother organization, especially within the last 5 to 7 years, I look at this thing a little bit different. Especially for men. Oh, women can be the big sister. Women can be big sister. They can have chicks out there with the volleyball team and doing this thing and that thing because they different. Women are collective. Men, we're not. We more individual thinkers and stuff like that and doers and shit. So when the feed came to my Facebook and they're looking for big brothers and big sisters, I thought to myself, whoever signed up for this bullshit, You got to be very aware what the fuck you walking into. As a man, nowadays, you have to be aware of this organization with big brothers and shit like that. Me, myself, I will not do it. It's too risky. And I know they do background check, and I know they do all this kind of stuff and shit like that. No. Too risky. Back 7 years ago, I would say probably do that, you know. Now, fuck no. You got to be fucking insane to do this shit. You have to. Let's be real. Let's say another scenario. You men out here doing this MGTOW shit. You're feeling lonely. You don't have children and shit. And you decide to do it voluntarily. Big brother, your background is clean. You got extra income. You doing you hanging out, whatever the fuck you do. You got your own business, or you got your own field that you do and stuff like that. And then you, late at night, you feel empty and shit. I want to volunteer to be a big brother because whatever reason you want to feel like you want to be a father and shit like that, right? And stuff like that, so on and so forth, because I don't know, understand each man's feelings and stuff like that. But let's say, hypothetical speaking, this is a scenario, and then you woke up and you sign up in this Big Brother program, and then you get emotional attached to this child, and you hanging out with a child, and you doing this thing and stuff like that. And next thing you know, that the child has a mom who's out there riding the cock carousel and shit like that. Next thing you know, the child talking about really good stuff about his big brother and shit like that. And next thing you know, that she gonna go out there and trying to fuck you. Real shit. Real fucking shit. It's a fucking trap. It's a trap, man. I know. Just bear with me. It's been a long fucking day. And I know that when I open up the mic, I sound retarded, but I'm not retarded. I'm literally understand the whole situation and stuff like that, you know. It's just down on me because sometimes I find it funny, right? Like I said previously, he just happened to be in my feed. They're looking for big brothers and big sisters and shit like that. Especially big brothers. They're looking for big brothers. And then my first thought, I was like, okay, I understand it's voluntary and stuff like that. I get it. But why? Why single men, childless, need to be part of somebody else child and shit like that? I don't get it. Now, I get to be a mentor. That's different. Now, a mentor, we pick an individual who can seek and know, and the mentor can think that he will do or she would do this type of job or field, whatever, right? That's a mentor. But it don't come by accident. It doesn't. Because it's called being voluntary. So I'm going to give you a small scenario. So let's say a teenager asks a mentor who, let's say, just small potatoes. A teenager go and he see the mechanic across the street working on the cars or working on his cars and his property, right? So the teenager say, hey, can you teach me how to do this? Because I'm very interested. You know, I can help you pick the tools. I can help you do this. I can help you do that. Then the mentor, the mechanic say, you know what? You have an interest on this. So yes, you can do this. Yes, I can do. Not only that, I want to teach you how to do whatever. Change a tire, change the brake, do whatever, right? Because that's the difference. It's an interest on the same field. When you have men and boys, so there's two different interests. So the men have to act like a boy to fill their needs of his own childhood or whatever. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You know, I'm not saying it's I know I'm going back and forth. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, right? But you have to be aware. You have to be aware. You know? Me, myself, I can be no big brother. I'd rather, to be honest, I'd rather adopt a fucking turtle or a fish or something. Adopt it for like a couple weeks and shit like that. If you're sick, give him some medicine, whatever the fuck. Then being a big brother. That's how shit crazy has become. Real shit, gentlemen. Real shit. let me give shout outs. For heaven's sake. It's been a long time though. And I'm fucking tired. I'll be right back, gentlemen. Just bear with me, god damn it. It's been a long time since I put a live stream out here, or podcast, or video and everything like that. I'm just like, you know, like you, right? You out there listening to my Puerto Rican ass and shit. And those who are driving and shit listen to me. I do the same shit like you do, my friend. I'm just a different individual that can express myself through this fucking YouTube shit. I'm you, man. I drive. I be in the grind and shit. I listen to YouTube, podcast, whatever, you know. I'm you, my friend. YouTube, you know. It's supposed to be like that. But I'll be right back, gentlemen. Oh, hold on. See, we had... Goddamn, see, that's the problem. That is the problem. The equipment is so fucked up, right? The thing out here and shit like that. You know, I'm trying to bring the best audio possible there is and quality with this low budget, right? I think it's going to sound better now. I'll be right back. All right, all right. I am back. I lost the crowd. It's all right. It's all right. I hope you enjoy the background music while I was, handling my business out there. When you're out there on the road listening to me and stuff like that. I hope you like it. If you don't like it, well, guess what? You can fuck off. Because that's how I roll. But in conclusion, I want to keep this very pithy tonight. In conclusion, the reason I'm talking about this topic with the big brothers and big sisters and stuff like that, because the world is not the same like it was. I'm not even talking about 10 years ago. I'm talking about maybe like 7 years ago, especially for men. Men have become a liability, and you know. And it is a sad state of affair that is taking place. It is sad. But it's one of those things that you can, it's better to avoid it than to do it. Yeah, it is. Let me see. I got 20. I am 22 minutes in the podcast. You know, I promised myself 30 minutes. I want to call the podcast off. Sometimes, I can ramble about all kinds of shit. One shit I want to talk about, literally, that I found fucking hilarious. I don't know how you gentlemen seen this viral video went out there in Montgomery, Alabama. I found this shit the funny thing in a long time. All right. Now, you can put your own interpretation about the scenario, what took place, right? But me, I'm a YouTuber, right? So I saw clips yesterday. Like, it was yesterday around Pacific time. It was like around 1 or 2 o'clock in the evening. And there was folks out there putting clips and stuff like that. So, I do my DD. So I need to watch the whole fucking clip, and I'm going down to the rabbit hole. And I need to watch at least like 3 different site of the scenario took place out there in Montgomery, Alabama, right? Because how can I take no clickbait? I have to see what the fuck is going on and shit. Because that's what I do, When I look at imagery, I do see who's back there, who's here, who's there, stuff like that. Because, due to the fact that that's how my brain works. And not only that I record videos. And when I record videos, I can see when I'm recording, what I'm recording, right? And a lot of these folks, they don't know how to record video. I know how to record video. So I decided to go to the full length about these fight. It wasn't a brawl. It was a fight. It was a fight. I find it hilarious. I find it fucking hilarious. Not only me, but many people did. You got multiple folks out there, black and white, together on a swimming pool and doing the same scenario like they did out there in Montgomery. So it wasn't nothing based on race, but it was. It was. Let's be honest, it was. It was based on race. That's Alabama. That's how they roll out there. This is Montgomery. It's not a big town. It's not a city out there. These folks, they know each other very well, and they know that black and whites out there. They know the rules and regulations. They really do. But this is the notion where these leftists, they come out with this terminology, um, this terminology, right? White privilege. And that is the definition of white privilege. Trust me. I deal with white folks out here in boats and shit like that, and they think like their rules don't belong to them. They out there drinking and fucking around and shit in boats and shit like that. Me, myself, I love jet skiing. That's my shit. So I used to drop the jet ski in the lake, kayaking and shit like that. But you do have these boaters. Yeah, I call them boaters, white privileged motherfuckers. Yeah, they think because they own a boat and shit, they can park anywhere and shit. There's rules and regulations when it comes down to water. Everybody knows this shit. You out there in the dock, there's rules and regulations. You can go out there and park your shit when the ferry about to come and stuff like that. And have a fucking fit and shit because you got a boat and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm real with this shit. These rules and regulations at the dock. It doesn't matter. From the lake to the sea to private dock to ferry dock. These rules and regulations. You can go out there and park your shit. And when the guy told him, hey man, your shit need to get the fuck out of here. Alright? Because we got the ferry coming out here and your boat, and he got mad about this shit, and then they jumped the motherfucker, right? And then all hell broke loose out there. all hell broke loose. Now the black dude, he was right, man. He was right. He's out there in the grind, working, doing your own thing. Make sure the ferry goes back to the dock and shit like that. And these motherfucking assholes, hey, I don't know what they say, but I know what they mean. I know how these folk out there function with their boats and stuff. Trust me, I know this shit. I live in the Pacific Northwest, man. I live in a Puget Sound. I see boats all the motherfucking time, man. Docks and shit. I know about this shit. Trust me, I know about this shit. These fucking assholes, they don't respect shit. They really don't. They just think they got a boat and stuff. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do out there. And this is not my first time seeing fight. I've seen fight real life out here. Especially with two white dudes going at it and their crew and shit like that. Real shit. I've seen this thing happen in real life. Just white folk fighting over the dock and shit like that. For real. I'm not bullshitting you, man. Especially in the summertime. In the wintertime, they don't give a fuck. In the summertime. So, when this happened out there in Montgomery, Alabama, the white dude, he was wrong about this shit. And then they jumped the black dude, right? Because he's doing his job. This motherfucker did not want to move the boat. And they captured all the imagery from the ferry waiting out there and stuff like that. And to me, it just... to me, it was a wrestling match. It was the Royal Rumble. Yeah. The Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble. Chairs. All kinds of shit going on out there, man. You gotta see that video. The whole thing is hilarious. You can tell none of these motherfuckers can fight. Nobody got really knocked down really hard for the countdown. Yeah, they got knocked down, but I got his chair flying, all kinds of shit happening. You gotta understand that Alabama's fucking hot out there. These motherfuckers, they fucking hot and shit. And if you don't know hot weather, I know hot weather, right? Because I live in Puerto Rico. I used to live in Puerto Rico. And my folks, they still in Puerto Rico. And shit like that. When I go to Puerto Rico, I get fucking angry. Because of the weather. I'm fucking pissed off all the fucking time. I'm stinking. I'm hot. I'm shit. Everything bothers me and stuff. The sun is beaming on my head. Like, what the fuck, man? Whoever says some shit to me, I'm about to blow off. I need to be in the water cooling off and doing cool shit. Right? Literally, like, cooling off. Otherwise, you're going to be a fucking pissed off motherfucker, man. For real. The heat, that motherfucking heat can bring motherfucking crazy. Real shit. And that's what happened. Let's be honest with each other. Do you think this Royal Rumble we took place out there in Montgomery, Alabama, it was the fall or the winter? No! It wouldn't. It's hot as fuck. People want to cool off. Shit is humid. Alabama. I used to live in Tennessee. The South is humid as fuck. Texas is hot, but it's dry. Out there, Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, that shit is fucking humid, and it's hot. Niggas out there, they fucking hot. All they want to do is cool off. But when they're hot and the liquor, what they were drinking, I don't know. I think the guy was kind of drunk and shit like that, to be honest. I think he would have too many Bud Light. Yeah, he had too many Bud Light. He had too many Bud Light in a boat. And that's what happens. This shit will not take place in the fall, winter, spring. No, of course not. It wouldn't. But anyways, this is my little podcast. Oh, 33 minutes. Cool. I kept it pithy. So here's a little review and stuff like that. I just want to put the podcast out here. Those who like listening to it and stuff like that. Right on. Cool and shit. In conclusion, if you want to be a volunteer for the Big Brothers, that's on you. Me, myself, I will not suggest that. Even though the title says that, but I will not suggest that. And be cool. Be cool. If it's really hot out there, I don't know what you fellas do. You stay cool. Stay cool, and chillax and stuff like that. And just watch the shit show. Just watch the fucking shit show. Do you, man. For real. Do you be MGTOW. But sometimes you got to relax and watch the shit show. Stuff like this, when they go viral and shit like that, I really enjoy it because I don't watch TV. I don't have Hulu, I don't have Netflix, I don't have none of this nonsense and shit. I don't. I have the internet. I listen to podcasts and Rumble and YouTube and shit like that, but I don't have no programming in my noodle. I got social media, but my brain is not focused and stuff like that, Okay. My apologies. Another 2 minutes. I think, and this is just one man opinion, okay? I think social media has changed like a lot of behavior in people's, including myself, you know. I try to stay away as much possible with social media, including YouTube and stuff like that. Okay, that's social media. As much as possible, but I think that social media has really fucked up society, especially in the United States, especially for women. I've been saying this for years now. I have to laugh at this shit. There's some trend. I think it was last week and shit like that. Like, you know, I take my small doses of social media and what is trending, especially with these idiots out there. I don't know, have you heard this trend? It's called NPC shit. And they got these skanks doing some bullshit and stuff like that. You got a lot of people doing some NPC shit, right? And I think to myself, by the way, TikTok is the worst platform ever for social media. I don't have TikTok. I don't have TikTok. TikTok is like the only time I get TikTok videos because other platforms, right? But I don't own TikTok. Nah. I think TikTok has been like brought the worst in humanity, especially right here in the United States. When you look at this shit with these skanks videos and stuff like that, and being an NPC, my first reaction was like, Jesus Christ. This is how low that we have become in this country. It's not because I'm old. It's not. It's just stupid. It's just fucking stupid, and people, they dropping money of these people being NPC. When I saw those videos, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. Society has collapsed. We are finished here. The Chinese is taking over. I am done. I'm done with it. These motherfuckers. Oh, by the way, since I'm talking about these NPC skanks and shit like that, 3 of them, they're all single moms. They earn like $6,000 a day. All of them. The top earners, single moms. Believe it or not. There you go. They got this black chick. They got this white chick, and they got this Asian looking chick. All single moms. I know that's what I was trying to talk about with these NPC nonsense and shit and bullshit. Unbelievable. There's a lot of shipping going on out there. God damn. And also they lie about the age. They say they're 19 and stuff like that. But they're actually about to hit the wall. 27, 29 and shit like that. But you know, with his filters and his makeup and all this nonsense and bullshit where men get bamboozled by these imagery. especially the simps. Not us, we seasoned, we here, we talking shit. I'm talking shit, reality. If you don't believe me, look it up. There's a black chick out there with blonde hair. There's another white chick out there, and they're in their 20s, late 20s. And there's another Asian chick out there, and then they got the Asian chick out there, the main one who started this nonsense and bullshit out in Japan years ago. Look it up, man. I did. These fucking bitches are deceiving whores. This unbelievable. Can you imagine these young cats going through this shit? It's a lie and deception and the social media platform out there with TikTok and stuff. Those motherfucking Chinese, man, they know some shit. They know some shit. They understand the American psychic. Oh, yeah. They understand American psychic. They don't do this shit for a reason. Just for shits and giggles. Just me talking shit right here, right? Okay, all the useless idiots in the American, because there's two TikTok. They got the American TikTok and they got the Chinese TikTok. Have you ever watched a video from the Chinese TikTok shit? These motherfuckers are creating some shit out there. I've seen so much fucking amazing videos from the Chinese part. Art, design, workmanship, all kinds of stuff. It's like, holy shit. How this motherfucker do that shit? I saw this motherfucker out there in the Chinese TikTok. To be real. He had a bunch of wires and stuff like that. I want to say, but I'm not sure. Like a bunch of copper thin line wires and stuff like that. This motherfucker, I watched this shit for like 10 minutes, to be honest. This motherfucker, he put a bun tree. A tree out there, a Chinese tree, or a Japanese tree. It was a tree. With some fucking copper wires and stuff. And it wasn't like one or two. It was like 1,000 small little thing. And I'm looking at this shit. I was like, holy fuck, man. What the fuck? It's insane, man. Like I say, I don't have TikTok, but they put this out there in social media. You can, come up with your own conclusion, though. Well, gentlemen, I'm about to hit the hay and stuff like that. Like I always say, peace. Stay MGTOW. I will catch you in the next podcast, live stream, or video. Let the universe be with you. Catch you at the next one.